Dying Light 2 gameplay. Come watch it live. And if you're watching right now, you're watching the video on demand. Thanks for joining us. Yeah, Dying Light, they're doing kind of a presentation. It's like the 6th episode already. It's like there are like a ton of these episodes already. And this one is the final one they're gonna do. And also, of course, the close one to launch. I'm joined by Joyce.
Hello.
You're curious about the game as well. Oh damn, Joyce, I see now one thing. Now it's good. Oh, never mind.
What's going
Oh,
on?
they're counting down. No, you were Dennis, so I changed that.
Oh, of course.
That's not.
I can be Dennis. Sorry, Dennis.
Hey. Good
Yes,
to see everyone in the chat there. Thanks for joining. And Joyce, you actually you can give us a brief things that you saw in the previous episode.
So what I've seen is that they were talking about the story that is taking 20 years after the first game. So 20 years, the events, who the main character is. So we have Aiden, and that it's a lot of Mirror's Edge stuff now. That's just how I experienced it. Because I haven't played Dying Light 1 yet. You have, actually.
I actually
You
jumped into the game and finished it actually a few days ago. Like, it always looked like a cool game, but it came out January 2015, which is insane, and it still got like new DLC in 2021. So here we are all happy that Odyssey got a new update. Dying Light has been supported for many years, and now we finally get the new game. And I'm like so impressed by the first game that it is a January 2015 game. I am playing on Series X. They did enable the 60 FPS boost there, and I like these zombie games, but experiencing it like this, like first person, they're really in your face. The night in this game is crazy. So, or actually they are changing that a bit for Dying Light 2, but in the first game you really get this notification, night is coming, and it's a completely different open world with way tougher enemies. When you die, yeah, like you're hunted basically constantly, while during day it's way more manageable. But when you succeed during night, you get double XP for the multiple things, and also and also if you survive, you also get, like, if you got to a save point or survive the night, you get some extra points as well. And I just was really surprised by the story. It's like really crazy. A lot of people who are watching right now already finished the game, but I'm just surprised by how well it held up. And I think the characters they introduced were really cool, and there are some crazy and brutal moments with these characters. I'm really surprised. Again, Dying Light 1, 60 FPS, it is already the case on Xbox. But they are doing still a next-gen version. Maybe we will hear more about it here. So that might be a good time to try it out, Joyce, I would say.
Yeah, I mean, I don't own Xbox, but
No, but
what do you think? Should I try it out on? Doesn't matter what kind of platform I should try it out on.
I think you should play it 60 now, or at least I think so. Yeah, maybe if you don't know what you miss, but I think this like fast parkour gameplay really is way better. 60 FPS, swinging a weapon around, like it's really reactive. What I really like about Dying Light overall is that you do feel powerful, but you also really have to know when to run from a fight. So it's not like you at one point hit this god mode status where you can just swing your weapon around. Sure, there are really good weapons. I, for example, found a bat from one of the side missions with sort of meteor glows. People who played the first game will know what I'm talking about. This had like a 1300 damage, so I was like killing all the zombies one by one, but there are still like tougher zombies where melee weapons just don't really work, so you are forced to use a bow, or there are also there's also like regular firepower like an assault rifle, but using that will alert all the zombies, so it's way smarter to actually play stealth and use weapons that don't make a lot of noise. While in other games you would be like, hey, this is the best assault rifle, I'm gonna kill all the zombies with that. So I do really like that you, even later on in the game when you're like really well advanced, you still have to stay on your toes.
Yes, well, I still need a little bit of convincing before I'm gonna try it out, because I'm not really, I mean, I played games like The Last of Us, and recently I finished Dead Rising 2 with a good friend of mine.
Oh, really? Yeah, then you're in the zombie
Yeah, we booted up Dead Rising 3 recently, so we're trying to play that. So I'm kind of getting used to the whole zombie vibe, so yeah, we'll see how this goes. And if you are correct that they're probably gonna show co-op tonight?
Yeah, they said it. Co-op and console gameplay, because that is kind of... This, of course, also being a Polish developer, like, we're kind of looking at CD Projekt Red. I also think that... Not sure if this is the case, but they delayed... I talked about it in my Sunday video. This was planned for spring 2020. Then, of course, COVID hit. It got delayed. It is now, like, releasing 2 months later, and... I totally think, and I hope that that's the case, that they really learned from the missteps from CDPR. And they are, for example, now showing console gameplay. I hope it runs well on console. But yeah, that's of course still going to be interesting to see how it shakes out. But I hope they learned from that. And at least they will showcase console gameplay here. And it would just really benefit them to say, this is what it looks like on Xbox One. And sure, it doesn't look great, but what do you... It's a console that came out 8 years ago. Like, what do you expect at this point?
Like, I hope they're gonna, like, compare it. Like, that they have some next-gen footage comparing it to the previous gen.
They might do that, yeah. They might totally do that.
Yeah, so like PS4 versus PS5, or Xbox One versus Xbox X, Xbox One X.
Yeah.
Name every time.
Because Cyberpunk only showed Xbox One X gameplay and PS4 Pro, never like regular PS4 and Xbox One gameplay. No. And we all know, we all figured out why. But I'm like, difference also is, people already played it. There was like a preview event, I think, in December. So, and those were all like really positive. Sure, they were all playing on PC. So yeah, we have to be cautious. I think that's like one of the big learnings from Cyberpunk. But I don't want to like, I don't think that should be the focus here. I think I'm gonna give them the benefit of the doubt, and they should like really show more of it. And it's just wild that now 6 years later, we're finally getting a sequel. Like, that's kind of crazy. Yeah, and they, of course, you likely saw that, Joyce, 500 hours to complete everything.
Yeah, I saw that. like to complete like everything, like side content, probably some fetch quest or something. I don't know how. I don't.
There are choices now in this game.
Yeah, I've seen that. That actually what triggered me to because I like playing these choose your own adventure kind of games. So that actually got me curious to watch this and see how it goes. Also because I got a little bit of the story from the previous presentation, and I was like, okay, this is definitely not what I expected.
Yeah, and what they're gonna show now is also the co-op, and one of the ideas is that you join someone else's game, kind of like Far Cry, but your choices could impact the world. So it could be that you join another person who has made different choices. And one of the big things they showed during, I think, E3 2019, where if you decided, or if you made like one choice, either the world would be like underwater or not. And if you did not do that, then a whole new area would open up, but also new, scarier zombies that were actually kind of like living underground, waiting to be resurrected because the water would be gone. They would rise. So I really hope that they can deliver on that promise, because we still see the choice, but we haven't really seen that big of a choice, I think. But yeah, that is cool that if you made a different choice, I can join your game and see, whoa, I did not unlock this area, right? That would be kind of weird. And that is really where the 500 hours, I think, comes from.
Yeah, because I think there were also some less hours to complete, like only the main story.
20 hours they said for the main story, and I also played like Dying Light 1. I still did some side content, but I mostly focused on the main story, and you can just mainline it. But it was like 20 hours, but only if you even like skip cutscenes. They just wanted to
What?
throw like a low number out there, I think.
Why would you skip cutscenes?
Yeah, I'm like that as well. But they just wanted to show you, hey, it's not like you can like just play the game in 30 hours because people freaked out. Kinda, I get why. But on the other end, I'm like, okay, 500 hours. Maybe I'm not gonna spend 500 hours. But if there's like even 200 hours of cool stuff, I'm like fine. I'm like ready
find out
for
in
it.
30 seconds.
Woo! Most anticipated game for me, and it's only like 3 weeks. It's kind of crazy. 2022 is starting.
Forbidden West comes out.
Yeah. Yeah, that's
So
gonna be
many
very
games.
hard. That's gonna be the hardest challenge.
Will it be Aiden or Aloy? Which A are you
Both.
choosing today?
Yeah, today. Yeah.
Oh man.
We're gonna see. I really hope this game is an 8-10 at least. I hope so too, Moons. I hope so too.
We'll see.
Okay, let's go.
I hope it's gonna be sick. Ooh.
And if the audio is like bad or something, let us know. We can of course tweet that.
It's Jason Scott again.
All right, Leia. So,
Oh, Jonah Scott, I forgot. Sorry.
what do we got for today?
Well, I've got good news and I've got bad news. Which do you want first?
Bad news.
Well, the bad news is this is the last episode of Dying to Know.
So what's the
I was
good
almost
news?
gonna say we're
The
gonna
good
delay the
news
game.
is this is the last episode of Dying to Know before the game releases, which is pretty soon.
Yeah.
Okay, so they are going to
February
do
4th,
more
2022.
after
February the
lunch.
4th. Millions of people
there's
are
more.
waiting very excitedly for the release, including ourselves.
Yeah, thank you for being patient, guys. Really, February is coming quickly, but meanwhile,
Meanwhile, we've got a whole Dying to Know show to get on with, and it's going to be a special one. We've got special guest, we've got special information about Techland GG,
and we have a launch trailer, which will give you one
Nice.
final glimpse of the game before it gets released. You guys know the drill, right? Stay
human.
with us. Beginning of the show, we stay with us.
Let's check and see.
Okay.
It was the final episode already.
Yeah.
Turn it up a bit. Okay.
Went so quickly. Do you remember the first episode of Dying to Know?
Yeah, I think it started with
Yeah, I think the set is
Aiden
really
standing
cool.
on that table.
Yeah, I keep wondering how they put
Yeah,
that
like
on.
green
An
screen, I would think.
outcast,
Oh, this was previously.
roaming like a Japanese Ronin or an Old West desperado. My past is dark, but my future has a tiny, dying light at the end of this tunnel.
Oh, hey, it's Jonah.
Hello, guys. My name is Jonah Scott, and I voice Aiden Caldwell in Dying Light 2. But before that, I'm going to host this program with Leia.
Aw, look at your little costume. It's like the real Aiden Caldwell was just standing in front of me.
Maybe a
Right,
lot of
and
green
speaking of
screen.
costumes, you remember our Ugc Contest, right? Now, the deadline for that was January 10th, so you won't really be able to submit anything now. But soon, you'll be able to see the finalists for each category, including fan art, cosplay, and story. Those finalists will be available next week, and you can check them out on our contest website or on Techland GG's hub.
This actually
Finding
surprised me
finalists
too.
for each of
there's
those
such a
categories was
big
incredibly
fan
difficult
base for
because
this
you
game.
Oh,
guys sent
yeah,
us some
for
really
sure.
awesome stuff.
And here's a sneak peek at some of the best works.
Because they also like supported
Hi
it for such a
everyone,
long
my
time.
name is Irina Meyer and I'm one of the jury members
yeah.
of Dying Light 2 cosplay contest, and I'm very excited and I'm very honored to be part of
Looks
such
very
an
cool.
amazing and interesting project. And I saw some of our participants and I have to say that some of these works are really amazing. Very, very soon we will announce you the final results. So keep your eyes peeled, keep yourself warm, and don't forget to stay human.
So somebody asked me the other day if you can play Dying Light to Stay Human in co-op, and guess what I said?
I'm guessing you said yes.
Absolutely, because not only can you play Dying Light 2 Stay Human in co-op, you can also finish the game in co-op, which is impressive.
Really?
Yeah, absolutely. And,
That's fantastic news.
Exactly, and not only that, but I mean, if I'm the host and my friends come in as guests to my
Yeah.
session, they get to keep their items and their player progression
Wow.
and all of that, but they're just kind of in my narrative story,
Right.
So I'm hosting.
So it's similar
the
to
story
Far
for
Cry
them.
6.
But guess what?
What?
There's also the element of choice and consequence because.
Big.
Right,
Yeah.
what would Dying Light 2 be without choice and consequence, right? So, you know, if we come to a narrative fork in the road and there's a choice to be made that's going to change the outcome of the story,
Yeah.
everyone gets to vote on it. Everybody in the game.
Oh, that's neat.
Right,
Oh,
and the
yeah.
host gets the final
Nice.
say in where you end up. So,
So
everyone gets to say.
democracy has come to the city.
Absolutely, it has. It sounds
Let me
amazing.
guess,
I
there
can't
will
wait
also
to like
be a Twitch
jump in with
thing.
my
Yeah,
friends, watch
that
them
would be
stick
cool.
parkour,
Yeah.
and I don't know,
Same
murder
with
some
Turbo.
monsters with baseball bats and
Yeah.
decide the fate of Aiden Caldwell
Okay,
single-handedly.
February 4th. Yeah, all that's gonna happen on February 4th, I promise.
February 4th.
Oh, you can die early? Oh.
And it's 4-player, that's cool.
4 players? Oh, that's actually cool. Yeah, I think I got to get used to the gameplay like this.
Yeah, for sure. It's also like R1 is jump.
I might pick this up on. The reason is that a friend of mine asked me if I would
We'd
play
once
this.
again like to thank you all for your overwhelmingly positive response to Techland GG.
That's right, we have been delighted with the response to the quest we've added to Techland GG. So much so that we are still adding more, and there are now over 50 quests for you to check out, so go find them all. And what else is new?
Well, we've completely overhauled the player profile, we've added a few new awards, and we've brought something very special back. The I Am the Cure Banshee comic is now available once again for everyone.
Is there a comic? I
Yeah.
like comics.
Just if you want, you can dive into this world.
There are so
That's
many
right, so go to
different ones I
Techland
already have
GG
to
and try
dive
and win
into.
all of the Dying Light 2 prizes to give yourself a head
Elden
start
Ring I have
before
to
the
try
launch.
out.
Good
Yeah,
luck.
yeah, it's crazy right now.
Yeah.
But after like playing the first game, I'm like so in for
February
this.
4th is coming soon, and the game is ready to be released on all platforms.
Ooh,
How can we be
console.
so sure? Well, thanks to the confidence that you
It's
have
gold.
given us, all of you currently watching, and
It was
those
already
who
gold
attended
a
the
while
preview
back.
events.
Uh,
See for yourself.
I didn't know.
Ooh.
I didn't know it was gold already.
It was actually pretty early gold, like
Last year then. Like before the year ended.
Throughout the
Look it
past
up.
5 episodes, we've been showing you what the game looks like, and I think we can agree it looks incredible. But
Real question is, how's the game gonna look on your screen in your home? Let's take a quick look at a platform comparison
There
video
we
put
go.
together by a few of the devs.
yeah, it was 4-player. I mean, we saw 4 players, right?
PSP. Ah.
Oh, okay.
Not bad.
Love that.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, this reminds me so much of Mirror the type of thing.
yeah.
Running around. It doesn't look bad on PS4.
That's 1X. They skipped Xbox One. They skipped Xbox One. Of course, the worst
Uh-oh.
platform of them all.
I mean, maybe it looks the same on PS4. Like,
Yeah, you hope so.
Oh, here's PS5.
Yeah, nice.
The lighting is a lot better here. I think.
Yeah. It's 60 FPS.
Oh, you're
Series X. Yeah, I played one on Series X because it's already 60 again. Dying Light 1.
Yeah.
I wonder how it
Oh,
feels.
More comparisons are
so
coming.
amazing.
Work on a big,
Okay.
complex game for years,
So no PC.
and suddenly
yet.
one day, bam, it's done. What do you think? How do you think the devs feel?
I
Joy?
feel very
Because it's finally
Tired?
finished?
Yeah,
Or
tired,
sadness?
like.
tired.
Because it's finally
Dead.
finished.
good question. We spoke to a few of them to find out. Watch this emotional video full of passion, sacrifice, and longing. Because even though Techland have promised that Dying Light 2 Stay Human will be supported just as strongly as the first, for these devs, it's still the end of an era.
And we are here in the Frank's Canteen. It's a place from our game, but in the real life in our company. Super cool. But jump to beginning. We wanna create a game when you decide something and you change the world, change environment, change level design, because we are level designers and that was our point.
It was something that we did a lot of times when we need to figure out something. It's good to create a prototype. So we did one, but this time it was a micro version of our whole game world, and I placed it way up into the sky.
Yeah, but it's no longer there. Peter deleted and you can't find it. But you can find a lot of super cool stuff that we hide in the, places everywhere on the huge map.
Boy.
I believe you will get a lot of fun to find it.
My name is Szymon, and I am one of the senior producers
Treasure
working on
time.
Dying Light 2 Stay Human. Today, we are at the mock-up room when we are capturing movement of
I
our
always love
characters.
mock-up, give me.
Speaking of which, I remember the times when I read the script for the first time. And it came to me how big of a story it is. I've been counting characters that we need to produce, and it came to conclusion that we've got over 600 of them which are actually speaking in game. And if you will add the ones which are not speaking, we ended up with 1,300. So this is like really like amazing, big story that we've got and prepared for you. So hopefully you will enjoy it.
Working on such a big and complex project is all about the people. Together with gameplay team, with animators, gameplay programmers, and QA, we are working on delivering the best experience.
That's up to 500 hours.
Parkour, combat, and all the open world mechanics you'll discover soon in the game.
Something that people loved about Dying Light 1 was parkour, and that was fighting with zombies. In Dying Light 2, we've managed to combine parkour and combat into one thing. And I think you guys are gonna love it. We've been playing for some time and we really enjoy it, but I really envy you that you're gonna experience it for the first time with your fresh eyes.
But Dying Light 2 is not only about graphics. We also wanted to secure very strongly audio side. We've been planning to do full orchestra to record our soundtrack. And we wanted to have all the sections, you know, we wanted to do it in Abbey Roads when the Beatles like been recording their albums. But then pandemic kicked in and we needed to do it online and revise our plans. So we got this high-end tech with zero lag just to be able to stream the whole thing for the whole company. And it was super exciting. It boosts morale of everybody, and we've been watching it in the evening, seeing how it's being born.
We hope and we know that you will find a lot of emotions inside. You're gonna find them all. You're gonna laugh, you're gonna be scared, and I'm sure as well that you're gonna spend long hours playing the game when it's out on February 4th.
And we are here after all of that 6 years, over 6 years.
Yeah, 6 years of hard work, a lot of experiments. We learned a lot.
Yeah, pain, fun pain.
There's a lot of emotions, but at the end, I think we're really, really proud of what we achieved, and we hope you will have fun playing Dying Light. Stay human.
Sure.
Yeah. So,
bye guys, and stay human.
Wow.
Yeah?
What a great team.
Yeah, right?
I was quite emotional watching that.
You gonna be okay?
Almost.
Right?
I said almost.
Okay. You know, Leah, before I got asked to host Dying to Know, before I was even cast as Aiden, I was a huge fan of Dying Light, still am. I have over 1,000 hours in the game. And you wanna know what my favorite part of Dying Light is?
Okay, all right, let me guess.
Okay.
The open world.
No.
Okay. The parkour.
It's very good, but no.
Okay. The combat.
No.
The monsters.
No, okay, yes to all of that. But my absolute favorite part of Dying Light is the community. And I'm not just talking about the 100,000, hundreds of thousands of people who play Dying Light to this day, daily. I'm talking about the community on Twitter. I'm talking about the community on Twitch, on Discord. You know who you are. You guys have supported
I've also been following like one
6+
YouTuber
year
who like
development. And
started, I think, around the launch
So
of Dying
right
Light,
here,
and is still
this,
like
what we're doing right
through
now,
all this time
is for
making
you.
videos, and now finally the
so much.
sequel is coming out. That's crazy.
So that's basically what we are doing with Assassin's Creed.
Yeah, but there are multiple games for that, right? Or like it's similar more to Horizon,
To know, we've shown you
but
some
then
exclusive gameplay.
without like doing other games in between.
But before we get into the city, I'd like to remind you of somebody who's already there waiting for you. Luan, played by Rosario Dawson.
If you'd like to see Rosario talking about her role in Dying Light 2 Stay Human, then check out our YouTube channel, where she talks about her role as Luan.
I am Rosario Dawson. You will know me as
Oh, I remember her.
who is fighting her past and looking to seek revenge on the people who wronged her.
In
Before you
Luke
watch
Cage,
YouTube,
right?
Make sure to stay here
That
and check out what
and
Luan has put together for us.
It's new
Daredevil?
exclusive content for all
Was
those
she
who
in Fast and
pre-ordered
Furious?
the game as well. The Reach for the Sky
In one of them?
exclusive digital content pack
Haven't
is
seen anyone.
created in collaboration with Rosario Dawson and includes a unique outfit, a paraglider skin, weapon skin, and backpack.
Yeah, that's right. It
Oh,
includes a
Mandalorian?
crossbow skin
Yeah.
for Luan.
She's
a
Batgirl in
paraglider
Lego
and a backpack
Batman.
skin
Only
for
role
Luan
that
and
matters,
Aiden,
Teresa
and a full
says.
new outfit for Luan. So remember to pre-order the game, and as the name suggests, reach for the sky.
The sky.
It's become tradition by now that every episode of Dying to Know comes with its own gameplay video.
Today will be no different. You'll get your gameplay trailer, but on today's gameplay trailer, it's going to be a little bit something special. We're going to be recapping all of the distinctive elements in Dying Light 2 Stay Human.
So let's explore the vast open world. Let's go and meet the monsters roaming in the city.
I always like these
below.
overview videos.
And see how everyone's surviving up on the rooftops.
Yeah, for the last time before the game premiere, we're going to give you a close look at Dying Light 2 Stay Human, so that on February 4th, 2022, you can get in the city and
fight to survive in this post-apocalyptic horror game.
Horror.
Yeah, don't be scared. I don't think it's really horror. Oh, this is from the 2019 demo. This guy.
So they, yeah.
Where you like go in and then he like sounds the horn.
I'm here.
It definitely looks.
Rainer
Gives
said
me
you
the
were a
vibes.
pilgrim.
Vibes.
None of your business.
You think your barking will make an impression on me?
Wow, it looks
Did
incredible.
you know a girl named Mia?
Mia? No. Who's Mia?
She's my sister.
Promise you'll never leave me alone here. Never.
I won't leave you.
Swear.
I don't have to.
Not him, no!
A long time ago, Waltz hurt her. He took her from me. And I want him to tell me where she is.
Well, that kind of information is expensive.
Wow. Okay.
Maybe I can help you.
Photo mod?
Welcome.
I mean, you can do
Not
so
sure if
much.
Aiden, what do you see?
Something people outside the walls could only dream of.
Who would have thought the end of the world could be so peaceful? I wish Crane could have seen this.
Luan, it's not a sign of weakness to say you were worried.
Death is how we thank traitors. You didn't say you were working for Aiden.
I don't work for Ader, I work for myself.
Here we're all infected.
Are you scared of him?
Most people are.
Oh boy.
This is the horror element.
Yeah. I mean, if it's like The Last of Us. I'll
Yeah, it's only more like The Last of Us than like Resident Evil or something.
Just give up.
Keep them busy.
I stopped caring about anything. Give up on life, but you still care.
Drop him.
One move and he dies.
Drop him.
You're no leader, Colin.
On behalf of all its whores, bandits, and idiots, I christen you a citizen of Vinidor.
And in the name of law, you're sentenced to death for treason.
I know what loss is like.
Talking about someone in particular?
She trusted you, and you failed her. I'll be okay.
You'll pay for that.
3 against 1? I like those odds.
Count again.
Sometimes you have to become a monster to stay human.
Oh snap!
I love that jump kick. That's like my favorite, the drop kick.
Nothing could ever tear us apart anyway.
Fuck the plan. We don't know what's up there.
Oh hey! That's a good guy.
You understand nothing. A little boy wants to pretend he's a grown-up. A precious little boy.
Boy.
Boy!
Well, that was intense.
Yep.
I can't wait to play this game again.
This is the end of
Again,
our show. We still have one more thing.
Yeah, our special guest.
Without whom we wouldn't be here today.
Without whom there would be no Aiden Caldwell.
Is
There'd
it
be no vast
us?
open city to explore.
Or cool parkour tricks to pull
The
off.
community.
Creative and brutal combat.
Yeah, the combat.
Or there would be no monsters roaming the city at night to terrorize us.
Or humans who are just as dangerous during the day. The characters, the dialogue, the story.
Ladies and gentlemen, our final special guest are all the people who worked on Dying Light 2 Stay
I
Human.
was wrong.
And we asked
But
them
yes.
all one simple question.
What are you most proud of working on Dying Light 2?
Nice.
Hi, we're the CQA team and we're most proud of reaching the gold status with Dying Light 2 Stay Human.
I'm proud of all the gameplays and trailers I've made for Dying Light 2.
The English translation of the dialogues.
Iconography that has been created for user interface.
Being the host of Dying to Know More series.
How good level design we achieve. Molotov cocktails and other explosives. Because who doesn't like to blow things up?
I'm most proud of the videos that we are making, the whole team, for you guys.
Well, I'm definitely looking forward to that.
I'm proud that I got to lend my voice to Aiden Caldwell in Dying Light 2 Stay Human. Dream come true, thank you.
And I'm proud that I got to co-host Dying to Know alongside Jonah and get to know all of you and the dev team. It's been amazing, so thank you.
Somewhere on the map, one city is still standing. A city isolated from the outside world.
This looks more like Dead Island 2.
Still coming, by the way. I saw some people talk about it, but yeah,
Really?
it's now being made, I think, by the Homefront Revolution dev team. It's been like going to a lot of different dev teams.
A chance for us to learn from
Isn't
history.
that game like...
Yeah, it was announced
Once
2013. I don't know even.
Make the right
Something like
choices. Because every choice you make here shapes the future. Irreversibly.
I just wonder how much impact...
Yeah,
the
me
choices
too.
will be. Like, is it that people are gonna die? Is it...
Oh, for sure. And the factions, who will like you more. That's mostly it. There are like multiple factions. So.
Okay.
Pre-order now and get exclusive skins. Reload pack and reach for the sky pack.
Reach for the sky thing. Like, really? The Toy Story thing? I guess that's it, huh?
Yeah, that's it. I think that's a decent length. I'm like kinda... I'm going to their YouTube now. Maybe they have like more comparisons video because... I don't think that was enough, but they said there would be more. They said there would be like more...
There will be more in the future.
Yeah, but... Yeah, they did not upload anything yet. Because they of course showed it a bit. We can like go back because it's Twitch. But they did show a bit, but it was like very like... You want to see just 10 minutes like raw gameplay to really get a sense, right? Not like the cuts. But it didn't look bad. Didn't look bad.
I'm checking their page right now.
The
No,
YouTube,
well,
it's not
It's
nothing
not
is there.
up yet.
right?
No, I think they're not gonna do that yet.
And usually YouTube is like a little slower, you won't see it like immediately. But what was everyone thinking? Let me know. It looked similar to this gen. I mean, yeah, but it was like 30 FPS. And yeah, you already noticed the lightning immediately. I'm curious because maybe they will like change the amount of zombies that can be on screen or something like that. Just to change that up.
I wonder how the difficulty is gonna be because you were talking about that choices may differ on how some kind of zombies appear.
Yeah, that was like one of the things they showed at E3 2019, where like if you chose to like remove the water, then a new type of zombie would appear. I'm not sure if that's still in the game because again, that was like 3 years ago, so maybe that changed. Azamon86, I want to thank you for your Prime sub, by the way, for 3 months. Thanks a lot. But yeah, I can't wait. Especially after like I actually want to jump back. I still have some. So during the thing, they said Crane. I wish Crane would see this. Crane is the main character from the first game.
Yeah, I noticed.
But he still lives at the end of the story.
Really?
Yeah. So it's not that. Yeah, so what happened? And is there like more DLC I can play right now? Because I have the Platinum Edition, because they did launch, I think even last year, the Platinum Edition, where you get everything. Dennis has it, by the way, as well, so you can share with him to play it in your phone.
Dennis?
Yeah, he bought the Platinum Edition.
Wow,
on,
he did.
PS5. Yeah, it was a while back, actually, that he did it.
Oh, wow.
But,
I'll poke him tomorrow. No,
it looked like 60. I don't. Yeah, on next gen consoles it totally will be, but I don't think the old gen consoles. I think those will be 30. I feel great. Yeah, in the DLC. So I'm wondering which DLC because I'm gonna play that now.
Like right after this, he's gonna jump.
Yeah,
into
I'm not gonna just jump into that and still experience it.
I might
Oh,
look
the
into
following. Okay, thanks. Yeah, I should play that then.
Cool.
Okay,
I might.
I'm
It piqued my curiosity. So I'll look into.
I mean, I think jumping into the new game is fine because it is a new main character. I mean, it's a whole different cast. It's 20 years after the previous game. So yeah, I think you can just jump into it and don't worry about it. But yeah, then it will be hard to go back.
Yeah, that's basically with sequels and basically when they get released 6 years after the original.
Yeah.
It's kind of when you go back to Uncharted 1 when you played Uncharted 2, you know? That's what I had.
Yeah.
The controls were a little bit wacky. But
Yeah.
hey,
Uncharted 1 is especially like it's something. It's something. But cool.
Well, if you jump into Dying Light right now and it still works it still works and looks good, even
Oh
if
yeah.
it's outdated, then
It's
I
a
believe
little, it's a little like it's not as sharp as games nowadays, but like the acting is amazing. It just looks like still really great. It runs amazing, but again, that is because I'm playing 60. But yeah, it's pretty wild how well it holds up. And they did launch some like I did try they have like a whole dungeon crawler DLC where you're like in a sort of citadel and you're fighting like skeletons as well. It's like kind of yeah, it's really like just like your typical, yeah, maybe more D&D style, but it's way more fighting oriented. So it doesn't like, I think Dying Light really shines because you sometimes have to fight, but a lot of the like tactics revolve around making like knowing when to fight and knowing when to run. And in that DLC it's like there's a portal, and if you don't kill all the enemies you can move to the next area, so then you're kind of forced to fight. But yeah, it is kind of like a nice change of pace because it has like a ton of different weapons and abilities and stuff. But yeah, I'm gonna play the following. I just saw it there in the chat, so thanks everyone. And yeah, we will be covering Dying Light 2, of course. Like it's really fingers crossed that we get like an early code so we can play the game early, get a lot of tips and tricks to you, of course, spoiler free, and then jump into Horizon because it's gonna be close to each other, and that's like the worst part about this because I wish this would be just like last year. It was slated for December. That would have been amazing. December 2021. They of course delayed it, which of course for the best, but yeah, that makes it like in this tight spot with Horizon and Elden Ring coming later. But yeah, it is what it is.
What it is.
Yes, I at least can't wait for the game. And thanks everyone for watching with us, and totally expect some Dying Light content on the channel here. And thanks Joyce, of course, for joining. And
you're welcome. Thank you for inviting me.
we will see you soon. Thanks. Bye.